What's going on, guys? Smash Adams here, and today I'm going to do a deck profile on Chaos Dragons. Now, with the new changes I've made, even though they weren't as drastic, it's still surprisingly just as quick as it was when Chaos Sorcerer got off the ban list in November. And I've got to say, it's a lot faster than I anticipated it to be when I added the tech choices and all. It's still going good. I like it. It's by far one of my top favorite dragon decks next to Horus, and I like where it's going. I'm saddened still that Chaos Emperor Dragon hasn't been errated yet, but when we get that information out along with Dark Magician of Chaos eventually, we'll see what happens. I mean, who knows? But aside from that, the deck is good. It's still going quick. It's super strong, and it's still viable even in this format and possibly the one after this one. But I like where it's going. It's still going strong. So, without further ado, here is Chaos Dragons. To start off, of course, we've got the triple Lightpulsar Dragon. Self-explanatory. You need these to go off your combos. You have 5 or higher beat sticks in your graveyard, dragon-based, dark, 5 or higher. You just capitalize off those plays, get your monsters going, and then get your board just ready for the battle phase. As many chaos monsters as possible that you can summon, and then some, because that's what the deck requires. It requires a lot of field presence in order to win. Next, we've got triple Darkflare. I still run 3. I thought of running like 2, but I figured just running a playset would make it a lot better, because you can easily summon these guys no problem. And especially with the tech choices that I run in the deck, you're gonna see how it plays out. Next, we've got the beat sticks, which are 1 red eyes. Sorry about that. 1 red eyes and 1 dark armed. I still run the dark arm because you need something to fall back on in case this goes to the graveyard. So, say if you have that Wyvern target, always go for him too, not just red eyes. 1 Eclipse Wyvern, 1 Divine Dragon Apocralyph, and a place set of Black Dragon, Collapserpent, and Wyverburster. Like I said with the Chaos Dragons earlier in the video, when with Lightpulsar and Darkflare, you can easily do tribute summons via with this or this, and then they can basically add off of each other. And the plus side is you could easily special summon them first turn, or if you want to on your second turn when you're getting ready to go for the OTK. Next, we've got the Chaos Monsters, which are 1 BLS, 3 Chaos Sorcerers. Basically, your main beaters to go off of if you have no other dragons to fall back on. And if you wanted to get some banishes off along with a Wyvern, you can do just that. Vice versa with Black Dragon, Collapserpent. But overall, these are the guys to go for the OTK, along with the dragons. Like Blacklisted Soldier, but like I said, still saddened about Chaos Emperor Dragon being not errated yet. But when it is, you'll see it in there. Only time will tell. Next, we've got the tech of 1 Tour Guide and 1 Tour Bus, mainly for the Dante play, and mainly if I go into a mirror match and they decided to dump a Wyvern. Yeah, they'll banish their stuff, but they won't be able to get that dragon because I'm going to be like, yeah, activate Tour Bus, recycle it back in. It's good for mirror matches or for anything that revolves the graveyard, say heroes, anything like that. But running Tour Guide never hurts. I'm sad it's at 1, but it's good to have nonetheless. Next, I run 1 Tech the Plaguespreader Zombie because you do synchro a lot, especially with level 6 and 8. Mainly with the 8s because that's usually where it is. And next, we've got the hand traps, which are 3 effect bailers, still. I like where they are. I mean, I was going to cut 1 out, but I was like, running 3 is a lot better, because you never know what you're going to play afterwards. You never know if you're going to go into a synchro play or whatnot, but running 3 was the best option for me. And next, we've got 1 Trag, 1 Gorz, and 1 Honest. I cut out basically the maximum of each and just put them all down to 1. Mainly because they were just backup plans in case I didn't have a good hand to start with via my second turn or my first turn. And then just use a Gorz or a Trageodia. Or an Honest if I have a Lightsworn or something like base to fall back on, and then be like, yeah, I'll just sit on this one. But they're good to have. That's it for these. Now for the Lightsworns, because that's what makes the deck along with the dragons and other chaos monsters. Triple Lumina. Triple Raiden for the first turn Michael play, and the extra 2 mil. And 3 Lyla. I was thinking of running Raikou in, but I figured just running this lineup would make it better, because you need to go off some consistent plays in order to make this deck work. So, that's it for the monsters. Now onto the spells, because that's all you need. 1 Allure of Darkness. 2 charge of the Light Brigade for basically getting your Lightsworns out easily. And if you have a Raiden, you can always easily get a first turn Michael with Lumina. And Solar Recharge for the +2 play and milling off, and then possibly getting your Lightpulsar Dragon from the graveyard if you have a Light and Dark Despair from your hand, after you get the Lightsworn, of course, with Charge of the Light Brigade, and then possibly drawing into a Light and a Dark monster, and then milling 2 afterwards. So, that's it for the main. Now I'm going to start from the extra deck with the Xyz first, because that's one of my favorite lineups. I run 1 Tech of Dante still. I'm sad the Minerva is still overpriced, but this basically capitalizes off of that. Plus, it's easy to buy now since it's reprinted. So, like I mentioned with Tour Guide, it's also a good option to go for first turn if you want to get your mills off and then protect your Lightpulsar from just not getting a target from your graveyard. So say if you mill a Darkflare, this is a good guy to go for, especially in defense. But during offense, especially on your second turn, this guy's a beat stick. 1 Queen Dragoon, 1 Honor Ark, self-explanatory, 1 Castel, you know what he does. And still run the Vulcasaurus for burn damage. 6s we've got 1 Exa-Beetle. I'm going to make a combo video of this later on, but I like where it is, especially with Lightpulsar. 1 Strike Bouncer, 1 M7, and 1 Goyo Dragon, for obvious reasons, because it's good to go off of, especially with a 5 and 6 play with ranks. Now for the synchros, we've got, of course, 1 Goyo Guardian still, 1 Michael, 1 Black Rose, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Scrap Dragon, and 1 Beelze. This guy is awesome, especially if you have him in the grave. You can always bring him back with Lightpulsar. And the fact that you can easily get over Honest with this, even though if they play it, they'll be like, yeah, you just made my life a lot easier. So yeah, you're making this a lot easier for me by just doing that. Because Beelze, impervious to battle phase and pretty much to destruction overall. But unless they want to 1-it or Cyber Dragon Infinity it, then you have nothing to worry about, destruction based. So, that's it for the deck. Hope you all enjoyed this little video of Chaos Dragons. Please leave a like and favorite if you did. And until next time, this is Smash Adams, signing out.